on the Seattle-Portland game. Let's go now to Brent Musburger and Rick Barry in Portland.
Welcome to Denver, Milwaukee crowd. Portland with the basketball in a 1-point lead, 79-78. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left in Portland. Bill Walton has not played since the second quarter. Watching the action, and you've got to wonder, as Rick Barry asked, will Ramsey bring him in for the final 2 minutes, or will he go with the bunch that brought him this far? You got to dance with the folks that brought you, Darrell Royal might say, but on the other hand, you look for help whenever you can get it in the playoffs. Seckmer with control, and the rookie from Illinois, Wesleyan, stayed with it. It's 80-79, Seattle.
Those offensive rebounds at this stage of the game are so crucial. You've got to get on those defensive boards.
Free throws will be critical right now, too. Shot clock down toward 10. Lucas at the perimeter, and Neal left alone. Layup wouldn't go down.
Boy, does that hurt at this stage.
That would have changed the lead. Walker foul. Lucas and Hollins surround him. And Maurice Lucas picks up number 4 with Tom Owens and Marvin Webster coming in.
And also the 4th team foul. Next one, the penalty situation. A lot of time to go. Could be a big factor.
2 team fouls, Rick, against the Sonics. 8 minutes and 9 seconds. Owens was there on the bad pass. Blazers can grab the lead. Hollins, here's Neal, who could have had it a minute ago. Owens does.
Nice pass that time. A good pick and roll play.
7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Look how high out they've got them now. Almost at the half-court line starting their offense.
Webster's got his back to the ball on offense. And that on Lionel Hollins as he reached in. Now we've got number 4. Earlier we had 5. That is 5 is right. You bet.
There you see him reaching in. We can't really see if he grabbed them, but the official had a much better angle on the play.
Hollins will take a break.
And this is one fellow you do not want to put at the free throw line. And of course, you always jinx a guy when you say that, don't you?
Foul situation. Steele with 5. Hollins with 5. Owens and Lucas 4 apiece. Seattle doesn't have anyone in foul trouble. 7:35. There it is. So with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go, we are tied in Portland.
We have 9:47 remaining regulation time, and the Denver Nuggets have now a 30-point margin, 108-78.
To get 30 tons of logs off a mountain, you get to know a little about fear and a lot about driving. And you get to know about ice and snow and rain and hairpin turns. And in the end, with your truck, your logs, and you still in one piece, you get to know about Miller Time, too. Miller Time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Miller beer. Miller tastes too good to hurry through. If you got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer. Energy for a strong America.
Today, ships like this are opening vast areas of the ocean for oil exploration. This one's under contract to Exxon, and she's an engineering marvel. Her electronic positioning systems and other special drilling equipment allow us to reach down into waters as deep as 4,000 feet to search for oil. This ship provides Exxon with valuable deep water experience that will help us find more energy for a strong America.
Webster's jump shot makes it a 4-point Sonic lead. 5:30. Timeout has been called, and the crowd will tell you what they think about the officiating. It's a rough life, but you can't beat the hours. the score. Seattle 87 and Portland 83. We'll return to the Portland Memorial Coliseum after these messages from your local station.
Don't miss the National Cheerleading Championships, a high-spirited special starring Cheryl Ladd, Monday night on CBS.
In Portland, Bill Walton has watched since the second quarter, and his teammates have fallen behind. Young and talented Seattle, 87-83 with 5 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm Brent Musburger with Rick Barry. Sunday we'll be in Seattle for Game 3. And who would have imagined that the Supersonics have a chance to go up there 2-0 with the next two scheduled in Seattle. That's the prospect that faces them if they can hold on. Lucas jump shot. It's 2-point lead, and Lenny Wilkins, the Seattle coach, looking on. We'll keep you up to date on the Milwaukee-Denver game if you've been watching that one. So far, Seattle has shot 60% in this fourth quarter. And there's 4 minutes and 52 seconds to go. 108-80. Denver leading Milwaukee. 108-80. Williams went to the other side. Wally Walker, but they have turned it over on the 3-second violation.
Yes, Marvin Webster anticipated the shot, tried to get in position for the rebound. When the shot wasn't taken, the official right on top of the play.
And as a result of that turnover, the Blazers can tie it. 4:35. Dennis Johnson will soon come back in for the Sonics. Lucas with the last 2 field goals. 17 points for Maurice, who's playing with 4 fouls. And this game has been tied 11 times. The lead has changed hands 16 times here tonight in Portland. Doolin Webster pushing him out of the attack. Marvin puts it down. Lucas on the double team. That's where Webster with great desire, Rick.
Where the weak side defense should have helped, Brent. Somebody should have attacked Marvin as he put the ball on the floor and never allowed him to get that penetration to the hoop.
Lucas came a little bit late then on that. 3:49. Here's Maurice. Got it down on Sigma, rejected by Webster and out of bounds.
Maurice is on the ground.
Walker is there.
Let's watch the play. He fakes Sigma out. Excellent move. He goes up. Watch Webster. There he goes. The good block. See if there's any contact there. I think Maurice did a pretty good acting job.
3 minutes and 40 seconds. 89-87. Sonics. Collins. Lucas. Sigma finally away, and it is all muscle underneath the glass right now. 2-on-2. Williams glides to the hole. A beautiful play in a pressure situation.
That's Gus's game, Brent. Give him the open floor.
That's 31 points for Gus Williams. Steal underneath. Foul as he threw it up at the hole. Stomach is churning, and you would never be able to tell it looking at Lenny Wilkins' face. But he played the game under control, didn't he? Jack Ramsey, just the opposite as you watch him. Down on that one knee. Very active on the sideline. Free throws important for Ramsey's Blazers.
And of course, the Blazers are in the penalty situation. The Sonics only have 3 team fouls, so they have a distinct advantage there.
It's a 2-point Sonic lead, and the time left, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Lucas over there on Sigma, dives to the floor on him. Lucas. Sigma finally away, and it is all muscle underneath the glass right now. 2-on-2. Williams glides to the hole. A beautiful play in a pressure situation.
That's Gus's game, Brent. Give him the open floor.
That's 31 points for Gus Williams. Steal underneath. Foul as he threw it up at the hole. Stomach is churning, and you would never be able to tell it looking at Lenny Wilkins' face. But he played the game under control, didn't he? Jack Ramsey, just the opposite as you watch him. Down on that one knee. Very active on the sideline. Free throws important for Ramsey's Blazers.
And of course, the Blazers are in the penalty situation. The Sonics only have 3 team fouls, so they have a distinct advantage there.
It's a 2-point Sonic lead, and the time left, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Lucas over there on Sigma, dives to the floor on him. We're going to have a timeout here. That was the aggressive play of Maurice Lucas coming up on Jack Sigma. And Lenny Wilkins says, you allow him to mug the man, Richie?
Not everyone will understand the language spoken by this Chevy Camaro. For those who understand the language, we recommend the car.
Dawn Launch, Sea of Japan. The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure. 100 miles from nowhere, you prospect for black gold, punching holes in the seafloor, knowing that more often than not you'll come up empty. But you take the gamble anyway and give it everything you've got. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for shore and the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller Beer.
With 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, Seattle leads Portland by 2 points. And a reminder of our NBA doubleheader on Sunday. Philadelphia and the Knicks in Game 1. San Antonio and Washington in Game 2. Washington won tonight. They lead that series. Denver right now leading Milwaukee 110-84. And, of course, Portland and Seattle, those two contests will be the second games of the doubleheader. Sigma and Lucas on the jump ball after they tangled. Webster throws it back. They didn't call he was out of bounds, apparently. Knocked out by Dennis Johnson of Seattle. It appeared as though Marvin Webster had stepped over the inline here. Let's see.
There's the play.
You bet.
There's his foot, and the ball has not left his hands. They missed it.
Freddie Brown comes back in. The ball went to Portland anyway. It was almost like Marvin Webster might take one step on the sidewalk out there right now.
And it was good defense by the Sonics. They had a man open up the floor. They deflected the ball.
We are tied. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Would you believe that the Blazers could hang tough after losing Bill Walton? But here they are, and the Sonics with a chance to go up by 2. Williams. Off, and it's Portland's turn, and it is furious underneath. No whistle. Hollins. Down toward the 2-minute mark. 91 all. Williams goes with Steele. Inside now, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Hollins from the right corner. 93-91 with time running out. Now 1:55. Seattle going for the tie. Here's Webster. Bang by Owens and foul.
A little obvious on that one, Brent.
He sure was. Number 5 on Tom Owens.
I got to think.
Blazers are in the penalty, Rick, as you've been pointing out.
I got to think on that situation, Brent. If you've got Marvin Webster, a 7-footer, going to his left almost 15 feet from the basket, it doesn't make too much sense to give him a bump like that that's so obvious and put him on the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Right there, look at the body. No question about it. It's going to be a tough shot for him.
He's got a couple. He's not in the act of shooting, so he's got one. He asked Richie if he could have 3 to make 2, but Richie said not this time, Mark. And the big fella calmly ties it. 1:45 to go in Portland. It'll be Hollins from the other side. He's off. And Webster got a hand. Williams for the save to Steele, and Lucas. The whistle had sounded as the bodies came flying over here to the sideline. Lenny Wilkins up to check and see if Gus Williams is all right.
He's laying down,
He is
Brett.
behind the seats over here. Gus Williams came over and is behind. The trainer running over now. Watch it in slow motion.
There's the play. Gus is going to take a pretty good header there. He's laying down. Now he's gotten himself back up. It looks like he's going to be okay, Brent, but he took quite a
did he
fall.
take a shot, Rick.
Yes, and of course, in that situation, as we watch it again, when he goes over the end, the thing you have to be careful about, Brent, is that just over the other side of those seats is the start of some seats that begin to be elevated, and there is a ledge there. And thank goodness that he didn't hit his head against the side of that ledge.
31 points for Gus Williams here tonight. And a piece of popcorn tells you how far he went back into the seats.
And
There it is here.
Richie Powers said that he was out of bounds when he went after that ball. This time he was on top of the play, and it was a break for the Sonics because if that ball had been saved, they had a layup. The Blazers, that is.
Full 24 on the shot clock. That's the time remaining. 1:25 in the game. It's been tied 13 times, and we've got 18 lead changes in Portland. Lucas will take it on Sigma.
Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, Brent. He had to get that shot up a lot higher than he wanted to, and he got a big break.
Seattle goes for the tie. Webster and Davis comes in behind the screen. Williams takes him. Double team. They give it up. They've turned it over, and Gus Williams goes back to steal it. Gus Williams slipped back in to steal the ball, and the whistle was sounded underneath.
Here's the play. Now watch Gus sneak in from behind. Right there. He comes over, gets the ball. They call a jump ball. I don't think he had possession of it long enough. It was either Seattle's ball or possibly a foul on Gus.
Full 24. Hit back by Webster, but to Portland. They're up by 2, and we're inside of 1 minute.
Here's
95-93.
They have to score right here to keep the real pressure on.
Here's Hollins, comes gliding down the baseline. Offense. It'll go to Seattle. And Ramsey has turned completely around, bows his head on the table. Timeout call.
And here's the play right there. There's no question about it. That's a good call. The fans can yell all they want, but Lionel Hollins, I think, lost control of himself somewhat. Sigma was in pretty good position, and he really initiated the contact on that play. I think he lost his balance as Jack Ramsey looks on in disbelief.
I am almost surprised that Hollins passed up the shot. He hit one there just a few moments ago that was a very big basket, and he decided to come down the funnel that time.
But Brent, he made a wise move. He had the opening to the hoop, and you'd much rather go to the hoop for a lot better opportunity, but it looked like he lost his balance.
Let me see what he did.
You see, he's got a clear path.
Wide
it's a smart
open
move.
if he pulls
here
up
he goes.
there.
Now, right here, I think he just overextended himself. Now, right there, you can see
Sigma
he charges
set.
right into the
question.
man.
Sigma was set. Let's go inside the Sonics huddle right now.
be down because Owen's got 5 fouls, all right? Forward, come out here, okay? Come out here. Guard, take it down. All right, kick it into Marvin. This forward here, okay? This will be you, Dennis, all right? You come up and back kick the guard on this side. Marvin, just look. Take a quick look. If he's open, if not, guard, throw out. Marvin roll.
Okay, Brett, you heard what he was going to say. The ball's going to go into Marvin Webster down low in the pivot. Marvin's going to get the ball. When he gets that, the weak side man, Dennis Johnson, is going to come up. He's playing forward now with Freddie Brown and Gus Williams in the backcourt. He will come up and set a back pick on the guard away from the ball where Marvin Webster is. They're going to try to get the ball to that guard. If he's not there, they will clear both men out on that opposite side, and Marvin Webster will come around to his left, making a move to the basket. Let's see what happens.
So Lionel Hollins has fouled out after he crashed into Jack Sikma. 45 seconds left. Trailblazers leading the Sonics by 2 points. Calhoun will face up to the inbounds pass from Freddie Brown. It'll be Brown, Webster, Williams, Dennis Johnson, and Sikman. Williams comes out.
Gus will now take the ball to Marvin.
There it is to the big fella. Webster now holding on. Pull-up jump shot is off. Calhoun with a rebound. And Dennis Johnson reached in over behind and hacked him, hoping to knock it away, and fouled him with 32 seconds left.
That was excellent defense that time. As the shot comes off, there you see good position by Calhoun. He gets his hand on the ball. Now a silly foul right here by Dennis. Watch this play right here. No chance to get the ball over his back. Boy, that could be so costly, and it may just cost the Sonics a chance to win this ball game. Brett, the reason that play did not work is that what Portland does on defense, when men make crosses and back picks, they automatically jump switch. They jump switch the play, so there's never a chance for the man to get open going to the basket.
Now Lucas comes up and replaces Davis if there is a miss here. Owens and Lucas at the side with Calhoun in a 3-point Blazer lead right now. A miss, tapped right to Calhoun. It was Tom Owens who got a hand on it from the side. Time running down. They'll use the clock right now. Sikma over on Lucas. Here is Steele as they spread out. Inside of 10 seconds. Game time wearing down. Seattle has not stopped it. Lucas shoots it at the buzzer. Freddie Brown is there. 6 seconds. They'd have to get a 3-pointer. Gus Williams maneuvers. Williams inside. Offensive foul. It's over. Offensive foul against Gus Williams, who played magnificently in defeat. And so Portland, without the main man, Bill Walton, hangs tough against Lenny Wilkins and the Seattle Supersonics. And the series deadlocked at a game apiece. It'll go to Seattle on Sunday. 96-93, the final score. Portland beating Seattle. And on the scoreboard, 31 points now for Gus Williams. But for the Trailblazers, Maurice Lucas with 19, Larry Steele with 12, Walton with 10 in no time in the second half, 13 for Hollins, and 15 for Johnny Davis. And so, Rick, just as I said so many times in professional athletics, you use the main men and you forget how good the rest of those players are, and they reach down inside. Now, what we want to do, wrap this one up. We're going to come back here in Portland, but let's take you down into Denver to find out what's going on down there with Denver and Milwaukee. Denver was winning that game rather easily down there, and of course, Denver already leads that series by a game. So, 96-93, Blazers win it here. Let's go to Denver now, and Timmy Ryan. Timmy?
Welcome back to Denver, Tim Ryan and John McLaughlin, and as you might have suspected, this has become your basic route here in Denver. 127-104, Denver leads. We have 45 seconds remaining. Dan Issel, with 22 points, is on the bench along with the rest of the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Bobby Jones left with 21, David Thompson with 20, Anthony Roberts with 19. And the Denver Nuggets, John McLaughlin, have certainly made it a rather unpleasant evening as we look at the Denver starters. For Milwaukee fans looking in, and I know for you as the Bucks radio announcer, one of their former great stars, you just got to be feeling, hey, let's get home and play them on our court.
Well, you got to credit the Denver Nuggets with some very fine basketball, and in particular, and I mentioned it earlier, it's their defense. They made the Bucks turn the ball over. The Bucks could not get the good shots, and now they have to go back to Milwaukee where they have a lot of good fans, and the Bucks must win too in Milwaukee.
This is Marcus Johnson, and he has 22 points to lead the Bucks scorers. Junior Bridgman and Alec English each with 16 following behind, but it has been an all Denver night from the 1:42-second mark left in the first half when they opened a 10-point margin. After the first half had been a very closely fought battle, a seesaw battle, end-to-end, with each team scoring and nobody being able to break it open. But then with 1:42 remaining in the first half, the Nuggets opened up a 10-point margin, finishing with a 3-point play by Dan Issel. And that has really been it. The second half has been all Denver, and we'd like to thank our producer Charles Milton III and our director Bob Dunphy for an outstanding job here tonight, along with our entire technical crew, as always, and our statistician Rick Lampert, as the Nuggets bring it up with the final seconds ticking off. A crowd of 17,838 on hand, but most of them have left with victory secure for their favorite Denver Nuggets. And there's the buzzer. The Denver Nuggets have defeated the Milwaukee Bucks rather handily, 127-111, and have taken a 2-0 lead in this Western Conference semifinal series, with Game 3 coming up on Sunday afternoon.
Sunday, April 21st, and Tuesday, April 25th.
The Chevrolet Most Valuable Player Award tonight goes to Dan Issel of the Denver Nuggets. He had 22 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists in 27 minutes of play. The Chevrolet $1,000 scholarship will be awarded to the University of Kentucky. And so, for the CBS crew here in Denver, Tim Ryan for John McLaughlin, saying so long from Denver, Colorado. We'll see you Sunday for game number 3. And remember, tomorrow here on CBS, Sports Spectacular will have Rodrigo Valdez defending his middleweight championship against Hugo Coro of Argentina, 4:30 Eastern Time on CBS. And, of course, a full playoff schedule for you on Sunday afternoon, starting at 1:30 Eastern Time. The NBA on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
See Ralph Waite of the Waltons in The Secret Life of John Chapman, the story of a college president's yearning for a new life experience. Tuesday at 9:30, 8:30 Central and Mountain on CBS.